Okay, I'm ploughing on with this FRG-7700. Just investigating the power board at the moment. As I say, I'm hoping that what I've done to the switch has sorted the radio anyway. Fingers crossed. But I have said to the owner that while the boards are out, it's a good opportunity to replace some of the old capacitors. So I'm going to start with the power board. You can see I've taken the main capacitor out of it. The smoothing capacitor is a 25 volt, 6,800 microfarads, made by Elna. Now, Elna's not bad, I don't think, but I'm going to pop a Nichicon back in there. I was a little bit confused about the lead diameters on these because I cannot find a modern equivalent of this with the same lead spacings. So I popped it out and had a look on the board, and sure enough, on the board there is some different holes. If I can get you in a bit closer to have a look at that. I did think there was, watching another video on YouTube back along, and I don't know if you can quite see there. Yes, you can, I think. I am disconnected from the power. But yeah, basically here, can you see that? Maybe a bit closer. There we go. So at the moment, the leads have gone into these two terminals. But if you notice, there's another two terminals here. And those two terminals are slightly closer together, and they're much bigger diameter, so they'll take a modern snap-in capacitor. So I can get them no problem at all. It's just I can't get the older, longer leaded ones. So as I say, I'm going to change the bridge in this one as well. Again, these are known to fail. If it fails, obviously it can be catastrophic for the radio, so I'm going to whip that one out. As I say, they're not expensive. Well worth doing. And yeah, that's pretty much about it for now. I'm going to start replacing these. I've ordered a load of capacitors in, so I believe there's about 90 capacitors in this beast altogether, so certainly got my work cut out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to redo the top board first, and the modular boards, except the memory board. Then I'm going to try it, see how we get on, because this is the main board on the top. There's various other boards in underneath, so loads of work. Oh no. Anyway, that's it for now. Join me again soon. Okay, I've decided to go with a quick refit of the board. I'm still not 100% on whether to recap the whole thing or not. So I'm temporarily going to pop it back in and just try that first fix of actually cleaning that dirty switch up. What I don't really want to do, you see, is change a load of capacitors and find all of a sudden, because I've altered the alignment slightly, that it doesn't work anymore. Well, not as good. So at the moment we know it works well when it's receiving. So I'm just popping this board back in. So I may well take it out again. But it's nice to give it a trial run, really. The rooks are back. The rooks are back. Let me sort the rook situation out. Right, that's the rook invasion averted. Just pop these cans back on here as well while I think of it. The lid's back on the cans, I should say. Well made bit of kit this. Everything's listed, so it's difficult to get something back in the wrong way because they're all listed. All the jumpers are listed. So I've got multiple ones here. I'm thinking, well, which one goes where? But if you look on the board, you've got P37, which is that one. So it's actually listed on the board. It should be P32, yeah. Just making sure we've got no empty jumpers. Okay, I'm going to pop the big capacitor back in the power supply a minute. Now we'll give them a fire up. I do need to stick some switch cleaner actually in the volume pot, so let's do that a minute. What else have we got here? Attenuator. It's not the volume, it's the tone and the AF that I need to spray it into, which is there. I'm not sure which one's which. We've got one at the front and one at the back, so make sure I'm on low and flood the thing. There we go. Capacitor back in. So it gave me a chance to take it out and test it anyway, if anything else. But I will be replacing it when the new capacitor comes tomorrow. There we go. One other thing while I'm down this area, something I wasn't overly impressed with for Yaesu really was just this down here. We've got the wires coming off of the transformer actually touching the side case there. It's not brilliant. So I might just have to stick a bit of insulation tape on the inside there just to stop that ever rubbing through. So that'd be pretty disastrous. There we are. As far as I can see, apart from the knob on the front, we are back together. Right, power's on. It's coming up. We have noise. Stick my wire antenna in the coax hole. There we are, 240. So at the moment we're on 1 and we're reading 1 in the window. 3, 7. This reading looks 17. Let's turn that volume down a little bit. Then now it's jumped back to 7. Strange, isn't it? It does seem like there's a capacitor taking a while to charge up. Okay, so we go to 10 and it's all over the shop, but then settles back. 14, 18, 21, 24, 28, 29, and then back to 0. This is the 1 megahertz steps. So 1 meg, 2, 3, 4. So 1 to 5 are fine. As soon as we go to 6, it jumps to 26, then back to 17, then back to 6. Again with 16, so we're on 17.167. So 17 again is reading 17.169, 18 reads correct. So 17 and 16 are reading wrong. And also 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Strange, very strange fault. So unfortunately, cleaning the dirty band switch has not cured it. Okay, well, as you can see, I've got the board out yet again. As I say, there still is an issue with this. So what I want to 100% rule out is this one. You saw previously that I cleaned the back contacts, but I'm pretty sure there's contacts in the front as well, because I basically had a bank of 8 contacts on the back, which you can see here. There's also another row of 8 on the front. There's also a joint there that's not looking particularly healthy, this one here, so it won't hurt for me to take this right out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to desolder all of this, unscrew this, and I'm going to drop the pot right out so I can disassemble it a little bit easier. More work, but as I say, I think it'll be worth it. So give it a once over, fingers crossed. So I'm going to use my desoldering tool for this. It certainly speeds up jobs like this when you've got loads of different contacts. So I'm not dwelling long on these. In and out. There we are. Certainly a lot quicker than the old soda wick, so we can pop that one off now. Make sure the pins are all moving. Yep, so let's pop these 2 screws out. Some of that like nail varnish stuff on it. There we are. So you can clearly see now that we have got 2 rows of pins, almost like a sandwiched together thing. Just really working out how to get it all apart. Now there's a spring clip in there with a ball bearing. Well, that looks tricky. If that pops out, we'll know it. Just trying to really see how it comes apart. Take a piece off again. Just wondering how on earth I can get at the back of that. Ah, hang on. What have we got here then? Well, it looks like that is actually coming apart. There we are. Whew. So, I wonder if this disc will come out. There we are. Well, that certainly means this is going to have a mental clean up now. Just got to make sure I remember which way it goes back on. So I'm just going to go over this again with the isopropyl. Glad I don't have to take that springy bit out anyway. See, that's not overly dirty. There's a little bit on there, but not a lot. Let's go over this side again. Let's go plated contacts by the looks of it. So a very intricate bit of kit. Let's have a look at these actual contacts themselves. Well, there's certainly some muck coming off of those. But really, when you look at the construction of this potentiometer, it's unlikely that a bit of switch cleaner wouldn't clear that, to be honest, because it is well made. So if no one's seen inside one of these before, you have now. Seem to be taking switches apart for a pastime here recently. Right, let's do these as well. Yeah, there is some muck coming off of them. Whether it's enough to stop it working, I don't know. was certainly cleaner than it was. What I'm going to do now is just get an eyeglass and I'm going to have a closer look. Which, got isopropyl dripping onto my leg now. Let's mop that up a bit. So just got like a little jeweler's loop thing. So I'm just going to go over it with the with that a minute and have a quick look. Well, they look okay, but I'm just going to quickly go over them with a fiberglass pencil anyway. Now we know they're definitely clean. Spray a bit of isopropyl on there. So a quick look at this one. So I'm just going very lightly on that. I don't want to scratch it. So let's do the other side as well. We start at the strange, isn't it? The contacts that have got the most surface area and the most intricacy are the ones that you can't actually get at without taking this whole switch apart. There we are. It's both sides done with a fiberglass pen and all the pins done with a fiberglass pen. So I'm confident now that that control is 100% clean. That should work no problem at all. So if we still got the same problem, it's definitely an electronic issue, not a problem with the switch itself. Let's get this fiberglassy bit out of the way. Let's make sure there's no debris in any of this. No point cleaning it and putting the dirty bit back. Right, let's give that a blast of air to blow off the isopropyl. there we are, back together. Right. Okay, I'm going to solder this back together now. So I'm just going to put these screws on and then I'll get soldering. Okay, just preparing to start soldering this back. I'm going to pop a little tiny bit of flux, it says, plopping a big load on each of these pins just to make sure we've got a good connection. Okay, that's that. So I'm going to get my magnifier down in and get a bit closer on this just to make 100% sure I've got a good joint. So I just thought I'd show you the start of it. And we'll actually just tack a couple in the other side. Just hold it all in place. That's nice and firm now. So yeah, I'm just going to pop my magnifier down, so I'm going to be in the way for a minute, so I'll pause the video while I get that done. There we are, all soldered back on. What I'm going to do now is just put some flux cleaner on that, get rid of that flux off the board, although it's no clean flux, it's horrible sticky stuff, so I will clean that off with a bit of flux cleaner and finish it off with a bit of isopropyl. Then I'm going to put the board back in for another test.